So what if one of the world's most powerful forms of yoga wasn't actually born from a place of peace and tranquility, but from a desperate, grueling battle for survival? We're about to dive deep into a practice that was literally forged in a crucible of hardship. It's a method that lights up one of the most precise and, profound approaches to the human body in the entire world, Iyengar Yoga.
Okay, so what in the world does a quote like that mean? Well, it gets right to the heart of Iyengar's philosophy. The idea that our bodies, which we so often see as sources of weakness or distraction, can actually become our greatest tools. Iyengar demanded absolute precision because he knew that to truly transform, your foundation has to be unshakable. This whole practice is about building that inner fire. So let's figure out how to ignite it.
See, to really get the method, you first have to understand the man. And BKS Iyengar's early life wasn't just some footnote in his biography, it was the very furnace where his revolutionary approach was forged. His entire journey began from a place of just profound weakness.
Iyengar's childhood was a constant dance with death. He was born during the 1918 flu pandemic, and then spent his youth battling malaria, typhoid, and tuberculosis. So when he was finally taken in by his brother-in-law, the legendary yogi Krishnamacharya, his goal wasn't some lofty spiritual enlightenment. No way. It was pure, primal survival.
And this is the absolute core of his story. His suffering wasn't a roadblock for him. It was the path. Every single physical limitation he had became a puzzle that he had to solve using his own body. And the solutions he discovered, well, those became his teachings for the rest of us. So here's the crucial point. Because his body was so broken, so resistant, he couldn't just flow through the yoga poses like other people. No, he had to conquer them inch by painful inch. This forced him to develop an almost superhuman, meticulous attention to detail. And that right there laid the foundation for his entire method. This brutal struggle for survival actually built the first great pillar of his work. Iyengar started to see the body as this marvel of sacred geometry. And for it to function at its best, it demands absolute precision. This brings us right to the core concept of alignment.
Now, alignment here isn't just about good posture. Not even close. It is the absolute cornerstone of the practice. Think of it as the intelligent, specific arrangement of your entire body, your bones, your muscles, creating this perfect harmony that prevents injury and unlocks all these energetic pathways.
This comparison is just so powerful, isn't it? On one side, you have the wilted lettuce of our modern posture, slumped spine, energy totally blocked. But on the other, you've got the soaring dragon, a body that's lengthened, open, powerfully grounded, and just letting that energy flow freely. It's the perfect picture of what precise alignment can do.
And the benefits? Well, they go way beyond just looking good. When you position yourself correctly, you're protecting your joints. You're building this incredible stability. You start to awaken this vital energy you didn't know you had. And the intense concentration it takes, it brings this sharp, crystal clear mental focus.
Okay, so this brings us to what is maybe Iyengar's most famous innovation. He looked around and saw that modern bodies were often stiff or injured or just built differently. So, with the ingenuity of a master craftsman, he created tools. And listen to this, not to make the practice easier, but to make it possible.
He developed this entire arsenal of props, blocks, belts, blankets, even everyday chairs and custom-built benches. And every single one was designed to help any student, no matter their physical condition, find the correct shape and feel the right action inside a pose.
This quote just perfectly captures it. Props in his method are not a crutch to avoid doing the work. Not at all. They are bridges. They allow you to safely access a pose's full benefits, guiding you toward a much deeper internal understanding of your own body.
And here's how they totally transform the practice. By using something as simple as a block or a belt, you can finally experience what correct alignment truly feels like. You're basically teaching your body's nervous system the blueprint for balance. This lets you hold poses longer, exploring all these tiny, subtle actions that unlock pathways for really profound healing and transformation.
But all of this physical precision, this intense focus on props and alignment, it's all pointing to something much, much deeper. For Iyengar, the physical work was never the final destination. It was the gateway, the entrance to a much grander journey.
He taught that asana, the physical postures, are really a profound method of purification. By meticulously aligning the body, you're transforming it into this steady, clear vessel. You're preparing it for the subtle inner work of yoga. The real journey, you see, begins beyond the skin. If you look at Patanjali's classic 8 limbs of yoga, asana, the physical stuff we all know, is only the third step. It's the foundation, for sure, but it's there to serve the higher limbs, concentration, meditation, and ultimately samadhi, which is the state of profound inner union. All that physical work prepares you for this spiritual ascent.
And this quote from Iyengar himself just sums it all up so beautifully. You start with what is most concrete and tangible, your body. And through the fire of this precise practice, you purify it, transforming it from a source of suffering into a steady, worthy temple for your own spirit.
So, we end by turning Iyengar's journey right back to you. His entire world-changing method was forged in the fire of his own physical struggles. And it leaves us with a really powerful question to think about. In your own life, what strength have you forged from your own challenges?